Alright guys, this is your number 2 of your study guide. Once again, just like number 1, the first thing we're going to graph is our midline. So let's graph our midline. And remember, midline is the same thing as vertical shift. So this time our midline is at -3. So I'm going to make this little thing as, I take my -1, -2, -3, -4. Well, anyway, I just need 3 as of right now. So that's my midline, so let's draw my midline here. At -3. So my vertical shift is -3. The second thing that we're going to indicate is our amplitude. Our amplitude is the very, very front number up front, so that's a 4. So that means I'm going to go up 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's as high as my graph is going to go, which is at 1. And as low, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's as low as my graph is going to go, which is -7. Good? If you need to pause, please do. Number 3, we're going to graph our period, and our formula for that was 2 pi over b. My b, once again, is the number in between cosine and x, which is 3 pi. So if you're going to see this as like a is the first number and b is the second number, that's basically it. So it's 2 pi over b, and my b is 3 pi. So my pi's will cancel. So that's going to be leaving us with 2 over 3. And once again, my period always goes on my 4th tick mark. Okay, so I'm going to draw my 4th tick mark. 1, 2, 3, 4th tick mark. So that's 2 over 3. Okay. Now you see how I divided in graphically what the tick marks would be. So I'm going to divide it algebraically as well. So I'm going to take 2 over 3 and divide it by 4. So that's going to give us, we're going to do keep, change, flip again. Keep the first fraction, change the sign to multiply, and flip the 4. Remember, the 4 has 1 under it. So if you flip it, it gives us 1 over 4. And we're going to multiply fractions by going straight across. That's going to give us 2 times 1, which is 2, over 3 times 4, which is 12, which gives us 1 over 6. Now, once you reduce it, that's going to, so period marks the 4th tick mark. If you divide that by 4, that marks your 1st tick mark. So the first one will be 1 over 6. Since the top number is 1, the second, you're going to go up by that. So the second one is 2 over 6. The third one is 3 over 6. Okay, so if you want to reduce it, you can. You don't have to, right? Well, if you want to, I can do it. So 2 over 6 is 1 over 3. 3 over 6, which is 1 over 2. Alright, we have this ready now. Once again, I forgot to put period down. Period is 2 over 3. Now, just like the other problem, the number with the x inside the parentheses tells you whether or not it's going to move left or right. This time it says plus. So I'm going to the left 1 over 2. Okay, so we're going to combine this fact with the fact that it's cosine and try to graph this, okay? First, is this left 1 over 2? How far is that? So let's take a look at our tick marks. On our tick marks, we got to find 1 over 2, which is right here. And that is how many tick marks away? It is 1, 2, 3 tick marks away to the right. However, we're going to move to the left, so we're going to indicate 1, 2, 3 tick marks. And if I want to, I can go ahead and write this down so we know this is -1 over 6, -1/3. I'm just putting down the reduced version of this, -1 over 2. I know these because I reduced it over here, and -2 over 3. Okay, so I've got to move left 1 over 2, so we're going to keep that in mind. Remember, we're going to put these two of these facts together. Okay, we know that cosine starts either on the highest point or the lowest point of the graph. And since this number in front of the cosine is a positive, we know it's going to start at the highest point. So usually it starts right here where I'm putting the x at. Don't look at the pen, just look at where I'm drawing. It should start there. However, I'm going to move it to the left 1/2. So now I need to start here. My starting point has moved to the left 1/2. Okay. Now once I start here, on my next tick mark, I'm going to go down to the midline. On the next tick mark, go down to -7. Next tick mark, go back up to midline and up to the highest point again. If you want to continue on, you may. However, I'm just going to stop because that's going to make two little bitty humps.